Hello everyone, and welcome back to Advanced English for Professionals. Today we're diving deep into a topic that's crucial for anyone looking to master English: building your English brain. We're going beyond the usual tips and tricks and straight into research-backed strategies that might surprise you. So let's get into it. As a second language acquisition specialist, communication coach, and language teacher for nearly 2 decades, I've seen firsthand what works and what doesn't when it comes to adult language learning. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly does it mean to build your English brain? Well, it's about training your mind to think, process, and communicate in English instinctively and effortlessly. It's about moving beyond just memorizing vocabulary and grammar rules and truly internalizing the language so that it becomes second nature. Now, why is this so important, you ask? Well, let's face it. In today's globalized world, strong English communication skills are essential for success in almost any professional field. Whether you're giving presentations, negotiating deals, or simply building relationships with colleagues and clients from around the world, the ability to express yourself clearly and confidently in English can open up a world of opportunities. But building your English brain isn't just about professional success. It's also about personal growth and empowerment. It's about expanding your horizons, connecting with people from different cultures, and experiencing the world in a whole new way. So get ready to discover some unconventional yet incredibly effective and powerful strategies that will supercharge your English communication and, more importantly, help you build your English brain. Remember, the goal isn't just to learn English. It's to rewire your brain to think, dream, communicate effectively, and even get the English-speaking jobs that you want. Let's get started. Strategies to build your English brain. Strategy number 1, embrace the power of shadowing. Have you ever heard of shadowing? It's like a vocal workout for your English brain. Here's how it works. You listen to a native L1 speaker, audio or video, and try to repeat what they're saying simultaneously, mimicking their intonation, rhythm, pacing, and even their breathing patterns. This technique might feel a bit awkward at first, but research shows it significantly improves pronunciation, listening comprehension, and even fluency. It's like having a personal English coach whispering in your ear. To effectively shadow, start with short, simple sentences and gradually increase the complexity as you improve. Focus on accuracy rather than speed, and don't worry if you make mistakes. It's all part of the learning process. You can find shadowing materials online or create your own using your favorite English language media. That includes podcasts, video, film, TV, whatever you find that is authentic materials in English. Strategy number 2, tap into the output hypothesis. Forget about just passively absorbing English. It's time to put the output hypothesis into action. This theory suggests that actively producing language, speaking or writing, forces your brain to grapple with grammar, vocabulary, and sentence structure in a way that passive learning simply can't. So find opportunities to express yourself in English, even if it's just talking to yourself or writing in your journal. The more you output, the stronger your English brain becomes. And that's the goal. Don't be afraid to make mistakes when practicing output. Remember, it's a natural part of the learning process. We are meant to make mistakes because that's how we grow. The key, however, is to focus on communicating your message effectively, even if your grammar or your vocabulary isn't perfect. And as you gain confidence, you can gradually refine your language and communication skills. Strategy number 3, leveraging the spacing effect. Cramming might work for exams, but it is terrible for long-term language learning. Instead, harness the power of the spacing effect. This principle states that we learn better when we spread out our study sessions over time rather than trying to cram everything in at once. So instead of marathon study sessions, try shorter, more frequent bursts of practice. Your brain will thank you and you'll retain more information in the long run. So to maximize the spacing effect, try using a spaced repetition system, an SRS, as we call it in second language acquisition. Now, this involves reviewing material at gradually increasing intervals over time. And many language learning apps and tools incorporate SRS algorithms, which makes it easy to implement this technique into your study routine. A spaced repetition system, SRS, is beneficial for language learning because it helps you retain more information in the long run. It does this by spreading out your study sessions over time rather than cramming everything in at once, overwhelming the brain, and that's a lot of cognitive load. Strategy number 4, engage in noticing activities. Ever read an English text and then suddenly realized a grammar pattern that you'd never consciously noticed before? That's the power of noticing. Actively paying attention to language features like grammar structures, vocabulary, collocations, expressions, pronunciation patterns can accelerate your learning. So try highlighting interesting phrases in articles. You can keep a grammar notebook or a vocab journal, and you can even just consciously listen for certain sounds in conversations. The more you notice, the more your brain absorbs. So the key to successful noticing is to be an active and engaged learner. Don't just passively sit back and consume English content. Instead, I really encourage you to actively analyze and dissect it. Ask yourself questions like, why is this sentence structured in this way? Or how is this word pronounced differently in this context? You see, by adopting a curious and inquisitive mindset, you'll be amazed at how much your language skills improve. Strategy number 5, get comprehensible input with a twist. You've probably heard about the importance of comprehensible input, which is exposing yourself to English that's slightly above your current level. But here's the twist. Make it interactive. So instead of just passively reading or listening, actively engage with the material, meaning try summarizing what you've learned, discussing it with a friend or colleague, or even creating your own content based on it. This deeper level of engagement turbocharges your learning. To make the most of comprehensible input, choose materials that you find interesting and engaging, and perhaps even relevant to what you do for a living. This could be anything from news articles and podcasts to TV shows and movies. Is to find content that challenges but does not overwhelm you. And remember, don't be afraid to look up words or phrases that you don't understand. It's all part of the learning process. So there you have it, 5 research-backed strategies that are outside of the box to help you build your English brain. Remember, language learning is a journey, not a race. Be patient and consistent, and most importantly, have fun with it. It takes time, effort, and dedication, so buckle up. But with the right strategies and the right mindset, you can achieve fluency and confidence in English. I'm rooting for you, so keep practicing and learning. Now go out there and start rewiring your brain for English success. And if you're truly ready to supercharge your English communication skills, then you might be interested in joining our year-long communication skills bootcamp and building your English brain. So what you'll get? You'll get intensive live classes with me, live interactive webinars and classes, monthly challenges, web courses, and a supportive community to practice with. It's a great way to make friends and network in English as well. And honestly, it's the ultimate workout for your English fluency. So you can find out more by visiting us at academy.explearning.co or just check out the links in the description. That's all for today, folks. I hope you found these strategies helpful. Remember, the key to building your English brain is to be consistent, persistent, and most importantly, to enjoy the process. So get out there and start practicing, and I'll see you in the next one. I can't wait to see what you achieve. Bye for now. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out, and follow our podcast. And if you so choose to help support us even more, you can leave us a nice 5-star review. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.